Well. Let me start by saying good evening. And okay, so I am one of very few persons let's build, share the video. It's going to be short. I'm trying to not make it more than 5 minutes. So I will encourage you to share the video. I think the CDC knows me very well, and they know I don't joke. They know that I am a very forceful person when it comes to the truth. And I think they want to test my resolve. And I think those of you who just talk because you want to talk, you never listen to two sides of a story. You get up and you run. So it's been a while since I've been around. I don't do podcasts because I'm very busy. But I heard a little girl, and yes, I mean a little girl, say a recitation at her school. You know, Madam Principal, Madam Vice Principal, members of the faculty, you know, those kind of recitation. And if you are sitting there, you kind of enjoy it. But when you see a young lady giving information that she has no fact about, I don't even know who allowed Mama Sikaba to even address a CDC press conference. That tells you that they're almost like they're done. Them telling you, you know me, I'm facts versus fiction. I have the fact right here. That, oh, Fahngon deny us from airing our jingle. No. Actually, Fahngon promised to pay for your jingle if you remove the promotion of militancy from within. This is the state-run media. This is not your King's FM. This is not your funny little FM stations that you run around with. So before I blast them, let me show proof and give you proof of the jingle. Let us all listen before I get on their case. I told George Weah before that the kids were going to destroy him. That you have brought in a bunch of kids. And so let's get to the fact. Yeah, here it is, right? You tell me. I'm going to play it right there. We will play it and we will stop. And then I'll make a comment. So we'll play it along the way. Okay? Here is the jingle. Here is the jingle.
Martin Luther King said, I have a dream. Barack Obama said, change. Yes, we can. And I, George, we have said, power to the people. Yes.
You see right there? I got no problem with that. No problem, right? So let's continue.
Yes, we must. Fellow citizens.
The Congress for Democratic Change, CDC, commemorates Militant Month under the theme, transforming setbacks into great
The CDC commemorates what? Militant Month. So if you have your pen, I will be speaking to those issues I just want to, right? Commemorates, so put dash. Commemorates. Militant Month. Right? That's the first one. The CDC commemorates Militant Month. Let's continue.
comeback, a month set aside to celebrate the remarkable commitment and heroism of partisans who continue to intellectually defend the CDC and its image. Those who continue to propagate the ideas and philosophy of the CDC at
I got no problem with those other ones, right?
various fora, towns, villages, and every facet of our society. This month recognizes and appreciates those fire-burning soldiers who continue to...
They want to appreciate who? Those firebrand soldiers. They want to appreciate who? Those firebrand soldiers. Right? Those firebrand soldiers. Right? We're going to continue.
To selflessly dedicate their all to the growth and development of the party.
I, Jefferson Tambakoji.
You hear that? I, Jefferson Tambakoji. I, Jefferson Tambakoji. So let's write that down. I, Jefferson, now just put Jeff, Tambakoji. Right? I, Jefferson Tambakoji. You heard that?
Your humble servant, a candidate and a militant.
Your humble servant. Your humble servant. A cadre and a militant. A cadre. C-A-D-R-E. And a militant. That's all. I will not even go further with the rest of the stupid jingle. Let me say this to you guys. This is not King's FM. This is not some CDC TV. This is state radio. Lest we forget, it was the militant group that stormed the university campus, destroyed properties, beat up students, injuring several of them. That's just one. It was the same militant group that went after peaceful protesters, beat them up Mamba Point at the U.S. Embassy. It was the same militant group that went after Walter Sisulu, butt naked him like how a man born him, and beat him almost to death. This is the state-run media. And when you come and say you want to commemorate Militant Month, what do I explain to the parents of those kids that you mercilessly beat on the university campus, whose properties you destroyed? What do I say to them? What do I say to the peaceful students that were beaten up Mama Point? What do I say to them? What do I say to Walter Sisulu, who was beaten to almost to death and butt naked like how his mom born him? What do I say to him? that you want to commemorate Militant Month? What do I say to the religious houses that you people storm, including the religious house of Senator Prince Johnson? What do I say to them? That you played on the state-run radio, that you want to commemorate those human rights abuses? Or should I be promoting militancy on the state-run media? Let's go to the second one. You refer to them as firebrand soldiers. I played it. That's why I played it for you to hear it. Are those firebrand soldiers when they invade churches, university campus, beat up peaceful citizens almost to death, and butt naked them? Okay. Now, let's go to Jefferson Tamakoji. He said in the jingle, and I quote, I didn't say they say he will say. No. I said Jefferson Tamakoji said, and I quote, I, Jefferson Tamakoji, your humble servant, a cadre and a militant. You heard that? I'm quoting him, unquote. Let me repeat. I, Jefferson Tamakoji, your humble servant, a cadre and a militant. You, Jefferson Koji, indicted by the U.S. government for various human rights abuses, cannot even travel out of your own country, and you want state-run media to broadcast your voice, bragging and boasting about militancy? Come on. I don't know what you are thinking. But if you don't know, my name is Eugene Lami Beyang Betuma Fahngon. I thought you people knew. I thought you knew. All right? This is the Constitution. You see it? It says, everyone shall have the right to freedom of expression, provided that it does not violate whatsoever. You have that right. But you don't have the right to go on a university campus, beat up people there, and then come and knock your chest on state-run media and say, hey, I, Jefferson Tamakoji, a cadre and a militant. And then you say, please play it. Okay? All right? You don't do that. You beat Walter Sisulu on camera and butt naked him on camera. And you want to play a jingle commemorating militants that carry out such act. Akara's Gray marched militants onto the university campus and beat up the students, destroyed properties on their campus. And you come to the state-run media and say, play my voice, commemorate Militant Month, referring to them as firebrand soldiers, and beating your chest, saying, and I quote, I, Jefferson Tamakoji, your humble servant, a cadre and a militant. No, not here. We will not promote militancy. We will promote equality at the media, where everyone will have easy access. And what did I do? I said, remove the militancy from your stuff. Right? Get commemorating militancy. Get blowing your chest about being a militant out. And guess what? I will pay for the airing. Meaning, I want you to air your program. I'm happy for you. And you go and tell me, say, you deny the jingle? No, I deny you promoting militancy. And you, as long as I remain Director General here, you will not promote violence on the state-run media. You will never, I use the word never. And don't you ever dare try it again to attempt to promote violence or militancy on the state-run media. Let me issue this warning. We're going to turn this place into a public broadcast station where CDC will have the same right as UP. If UP talk 2 days, CDC will talk 2 days. If UP talk for 1 hour, CDC will talk for 1 hour. If UP play their jingle, CDC will play their jingle. I will not discriminate. I will not promote favoritism for any group, whether religious, whether political, whether social. It will not happen under my watch. But you will not promote violence and militancy on the state-run media. Don't you ever dare try it again to bring a jingle here that commemorates militancy, that has somebody beating their chest who is sanctioned for gross human rights violation, whose record is clear, and he beats his chest and wants his voice played on state-run media as if to say, I, Jefferson Tamakoji, a cadre and a militant, the one who was at the helm of the flogging of Sisulu. You will never have that opportunity as long as I remain Director General. You will not promote violence. You will not commemorate militancy. Not under my watch. It will never happen. Never. And let that go as a warning to other groups who believe that LNTV or LBS will be a broader vessel for transmitting acts of violence or somehow communicating acts of violence or allowing them to communicate acts of violence or promote militant groups to commit and carry out violence. Not here. That's why I've been quiet. I stay out of politics. I try to set it up for what everybody wants it to be. An institution belonging to everybody. Muslim and Christians. Gola, Vine, Grebo, whatever. Madingo, Fula, Denku, everybody. It must belong to Muslims and Christians, to seditionists and UPs, to everybody. And so no one group will be allowed to use it for militancy and the promotion of violence. It will not happen under my watch. Keep that in your mind when you bring your jingle. I don't care whether you UP or you Liberty Party or you MDR or you whatever. Don't bring that nonsense here. We will promote peace. We will promote reconciliation. We will promote tolerance. We will promote education. We will promote religiosity. We will promote political parties. But we will not promote militancy or violence. Not under my watch. Never happen. May God bless you all and keep us all safe. And in case you have forgotten, I will always remind you of Article 15C. It is not a privilege. It is a right. Article 15C, right here. In pursuance of this right, there shall be no limitation on the public right to be informed about the government or its functionaries. That is why the government pays 60% towards the operation of LBS, and LBS look for the other 40% to make it happen. And I make sure that this station is for seditious and UPIS. It will be for Christian, Muslims, Ekanka, Jehovah's Witness, Baptist, everybody. But no one group will come here and knock chests promoting violence and militancy. We've passed that level. It's never going to happen under my watch. Take heed. Thank you. Thank you very much.